I'm going to see if I get some people in. It is the middle of the day on a Saturday. So, don't know if I'm going to get some people in here. I'm going to do the live regardless, just so I can post it up on the page. Because, yeah, y'all, I'm going to do this live just so we can talk about the stuff that's happening in the Real Housewives of Atlanta world, since y'all hit me about it and y'all be wanting to hear about it. If you hear it, here it go. We gonna talk about it. Hey Cedric, CJ, how are you? What up? Not paid by anyone. I see y'all coming in. Again, I'm gonna do this live, even if this live doesn't get a lot of people while it's live, and because I feel like I got a little bit of a little bit of scoop that y'all may want to hear, a little bit of scoop. So I feel like, why not talk about it? Thank y'all for joining me on this Saturday, because again, I know it is Saturday and people be having stuff to do. Hello, Dot Willie, you caught me live. Hello, Joy Norwood. Again, y'all, if y'all are just coming in, thank y'all for joining the live. I am doing the live, even though a lot of people may not join now because it was an unannounced live. Plus, it's the middle of a Saturday. But I feel like, I got a little bit of insight that may kind of give us some insight, in the world of Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I feel like I'm gonna come to y'all with the insight. If you're ready to hear the insight, I feel like it's worth it. Does that make it better or worse? Tell me, light or no light? Light or no light? Tell me, light or no light? It's your world. I'm just living in it. So you guys have to tell me what you would like. You want light or no light? Tell me in the chat, light or no light? No light? Light is too bright? Got you. So light is off. All right. See, that was easy, y'all. Y'all helped me make a decision real quick. All right. So I know if you guys have been watching my past videos as it relates to Real Housewives of Atlanta, it's been a lot going on. I called it in my first live video that Britt Eady was going to file a lawsuit. And the second video, Britt Eady did file a lawsuit, and a lot has just transpired. So let's go through the things that have transpired over the last few. Of course, Britt Eady did file a lawsuit. We've had a chance to read the lawsuit and do all of those things. But outside of that, when we're talking about Real Housewives, we all have seen in the last few days that Porsha actually won her prenup judgment. So with that, she's been fighting the prenup judgment about being able to enforce the prenup. She is going to get a hefty alimony of about $40,000 per month. She is allowed to stay in the $7 million home for the next 3 years, is what they're saying. And so, yeah, she gets a decent payout. So, I mean, in the world of, did it work out for her? It worked out for her, y'all. It worked out for her in the world of, and he deported. So he got to pay her this money, and he deported. So here's my question now, and I'm going to be very honest when I say this, and maybe you all know the answer to this. Does he have the money to be able to pay all of this? I'm just curious. Like, does he have the money to be able to pay all of this? Because I think it was a lot of smoke and mirrors. Like, it was a lot of smoke and mirrors. And so I don't know that he even has the money to pay it. And it happens if we've been watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta. We've been watching even Kelly's situation, and I don't think that she's gotten the money from the divorce yet. The question you're asking, Joy, can Porsha afford to live in the house? I don't know. I am not her business manager, but a $7 million house, the mortgage on that, she better show up to every taping of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and rumored she is on Traders. She better show up, because that comes with a hefty penny. I'm going to say she'll have a new man coming up soon. Somebody going to have to help with all these bills and stuff. That's crazy. A $7 million house, yeah, you gotta have some money to be able to pay for that. $7 million house, you gotta have I don't. I hear y'all in the comments. I don't know if he's gonna pay the mortgage. I think he's supposed to. So he may be in contempt. But what they gonna do for him if they deported him back? So even with all of this, making him be able to do it after he's been deported. Can they do that? I don't know. I think it's just kind of weird. If you're just coming in, again, we were talking about Porsha Gabbatier being awarded her prenup case and $40,000 per month, keeping the house. They would have to divide the equity, I guess, upon selling if she cannot have it refinanced in her name within those 3 years, all of those kind of things. So yeah, I don't know. What is failed social anywhere? I'm confused. And y'all are saying, hey, if he's deported, he wouldn't pay. I don't know. I don't know. In 3 years, they have the time of she can stay in there for up to 3 years. And then at that point, they would have to, if she can't change it in her name, refinance it. Is what they're saying. So let me do this thing right here. And KY, if you're still in the comment, you will chat. You will be blocked. We're not coming here for your energy. We're not coming here at all for your energy. So that was, the initial part of things that I wanted to talk about in here. That was, it was kind of interesting once it started hitting everybody's timeline and people sent it to me because, again, I don't really follow blogs. So I didn't really know. So people were like, oh, you haven't seen this? Yeah, you should see this. So the next thing, as it relates to this Britt Eady case, it's a few things. Britt Eady did not show up to the reunion, and there is speculation on why Britt Eady did not show up to the reunion. Okay. Sources are telling me that the next few things that happen on the upcoming episodes are the reason that Britt Eady did not show up. In one of the episodes, I think that they actually protect Britt Eady. They protect Britt Eady. They protect Britt Eady. They do. All right, y'all are in the comments. The ladies are in Grenada. Have you all been watching? If you've been watching, comment below. You've seen the ladies in Grenada, correct? Have you all seen the ladies in Grenada? Hi, just funny. Yes, Leo, you've seen them in Grenada. You've seen the ladies in Grenada, correct? We've all seen them in Grenada per the episodes. Did you see a moment that Britt Eady had that it was a little explicit? Have we seen this? I want to know where we at. So while I'm having this conversation with y'all, have you seen the moment where Britt, if you know what I'm talking about, you can speak on it. Have you seen the moment that Britt Eady has that was a little explicit? Okay. So what moment am I talking about? Talk about it in the chat so that we are all on the same page. Okay. On the counter. Correct. Sources tell me that the episode that aired, it was actually edited because Britt Eady actually stripped butt naked in front of the camera crew, in front of all of the ladies. In the episode that all of the ladies saw prior to the reunion, she was butt bookie naked in front of everybody. They even have confessionals talking about how they were not expected to see her vajayjay. They saw the breast and then all of a sudden all of the clothes come off. This is allegedly. Allegedly, she was bare. She took all her clothes off. This is the episodes that all of the ladies will get prior to coming to reunion. I think she strategically was going to come to reunion, but there are things such as she makes a slight comment about Shamia's child and like, oh, she should be taking care of her child. Her and Kelly have a mishap is what I think. And she makes a comment about some allegations about Kelly. And in this episode that they've already shown now, but they edited, I'm assuming they may have edited last minute, Britt is naked in front of everyone. So the fallout from her, like she gets butt naked, is what they say. Butt naked. Like, yeah. So you don't see it, but in the video that all of the ladies saw, they saw her get, they were there and they had commented on it. And so in the clip that everyone saw, they saw her get naked, right? She saw herself get naked. So at that point, I think that she was upset because they were showing this. I think she had already had in the back of her mind, I threatened to sue y'all prior, and she didn't like what was happening with her for the rest of the season. So her first result is they put me down this road of being sexually harassed and put me in this light. And she was, from what I hear, she was not intoxicated. She actually, had taken one shot, I think is what I saw on camera, but it's what I'm hearing. But literally and figuratively, she was naked. No, she did not ask for consent before she flashed everyone, including the crew. And I can tell you by my own perspective, because I did tape a episode this season, and I've taped for 15 seasons, that most of the crew is men. So she, from what I hear, her body didn't look bad in the video. But again, nobody was given consent for you to flash your naked body in front of us at my place of business. So when it comes to the lawsuit, she is talking about being placed in these certain predicaments. But if you even look at the other people on the crew, the other people that are on the show, I don't think any of them asked for her to show them her vagina and her breasts and all of the above while they were at work. I don't think any of them. So she didn't ask for their consent when she did that. That's almost like public indecency, but it was in a home, But I think that once she saw that, she felt like, oh God, they're going to show me being naked. I've been trying to say I'm not that girl. I don't do that, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, so I think at that point, she may have actually called them about the scene where she was naked and had them do an edit, but I don't know if she thought they were going to take it out or if they were going to take it out. Again, it did not air. It did not air. But you guys talk to housewives. You guys talk to people on crew. I want you to ask anybody that you guys get your piping hot tea from about this. But I am hearing from very reliable source. I am 100% confirmed that the episode that previously aired was edited down because previously Britt Eady was, she took down her undergarments, her top garments. She was almost naked. And I don't know if it like hit the floor, but she pulled them from off her legs, but they were able to see her vagina and her breasts. And so that's why she felt some kind of way. Even though she did it, Honey Benny, I'm not capping. Trust me. I'll bet your life on it. Let's go with that. I'll bet your life on it, honey Benny. Let's bet your life on it. And she was sober, allegedly. She was sober, allegedly, when this happened. Yeah. So she was definitely sober. House of Glam. Okay, so she was sober and did naked. She was sober and got naked. Yes. The quota, because y'all saying I'm capping, and I don't need. Why would I come on here to make up something about her? I don't know her. I don't care that much. Yes. So again, I think that when we talk about why did she skip the reunion, I think she skipped the reunion once she saw the episode that aired in which she was naked. She assumed they were going to play that out. It was going to go against some of what she had been saying all season about, she's not that girl. When she was younger, she did that and blah, blah, blah. And it portrayed her in a very, like she went from 1 minute crying with Shamia is what I hear. And I'll take a shot with you, and I don't even take shots. And she went to take a shot, and then she got fully naked. Like she got fully naked. She was embarrassed about what they were going to see. She was embarrassed about having to be held accountable. She also is, from what I'm hearing, stirs the pot a little bit more in this Shamia and Porsha fallout. She stirs the pot in this, and she tells Porsha some information that allegedly Shamia said or did to her in an upcoming episode. She says that that's not your friend. She actually said these things and told me these things about you. And I don't know if it comes out to not be true or not. I'm not sure. Again, this is allegedly. Allegedly, the views and opinions here are, of course, strictly for educational and newsworthy purposes. They are allegedly to have happened. Per my sources, she stirs the pot in that instances, and I don't know if all of it is true. She is shown in a not so great light when it comes to a when it comes to her nakedness. Word on this, they are casting. So they are supposed to be, from what I hear, starting back in season 17. A lot of the women will probably be coming back, but none of the ladies, from what I know, have been actually given their letter yet. Of course, that will come after the thank you for the super chat, House of Glam. That will come after the reunion airs and they see how people fare well. But I heard that most of the women will be trying to come back. Yeah. But the Britt Eady scandal, spam in the chat. I don't even know what that is. Oh yeah, spam in the chat. Let me block this person since y'all said it. Thank you. I got you. That user is hidden from the chat, y'all. But yeah, so if you were looking and you want the recap and you just came in, thank y'all so much. People talking about this beard. Somebody tried to ask me, was this AI? No, it's all me. If I use the Bedroom Candy beard oil. Look at that beard. And don't it look luscious? Don't it look luscious? And they are in talks with some of the ladies to come back. Most of the new cast is what I hear. But again, nobody has been given their letter to come back. Nobody has been given their letter to come back at all. But and with this lawsuit, I don't think Bravo at all is at all worried about the lawsuit. Just coming in, Jenny, we are talking about Britt Eady not showing up to the reunion, Britt Eady filing a lawsuit, all of these things you can go back to my past videos and find out about. But you will find out here the exclusive. Britt Eady allegedly did not show up to the reunion based off of the episodes that she saw and what she saw, which she would have to be accountable to Porsha. She'll have to be accountable to some things she said to Kelly, some things she said to Shamia, and also she stripped down allegedly nude in the episode that was edited for TV, but previously in the episode that she would have received, she was naked. She took all of her clothes off before she put her breast on the counter in front of the crew, in front of the cast, in front of everyone. They even have confessionals where they talk about it, is what I hear. And she was embarrassed about what was going to be shown, but they edited it before it was shown. I'm assuming she may have reached out to them, or the network execs may have said, hey, let's dial it back. But I don't think she was aware of what was going to happen, and it may not have shown her in the best light. Allegedly, that was what was happening. And again, no, she was not drunk from what I hear. And this allegedly is almost 105% truth. Let's go with that. Allegedly, this happened, but I am hearing this is very, very true. So instead of taking accountability, if you notice, even in there, she talks about, I look forward to taking accountability and doing all that in her statement. You got to read those words. You got to read those words. Allegedly, if some of you all interview housewives, if some of you all know housewives, I would want you to ask any of the housewives, any of the crew, if allegedly this woman stripped down naked in front of all of them. They were all very shocked, is what I heard. But it did not make the Arabo episode, but it did make the episodes that all of the crew that all of the cast saw prior to the reunion. With Leo, I'm hearing she may have spoke about the parenting and the child. I'm not sure. I'm hearing she may have spoke about the parenting and the child. Yes, but again, it is Porsha scandal with Britt. It is some things that she says with Kelly. Allegedly, it is some things that happened with Shamia in a comment maybe about her parenting, allegedly, and for sure, allegedly, it is rumored that Britt Eady saw the disaster of her stripping butt naked on camera in front of crew, producers, and cast. And when she saw the edit, that was one of the final straws because she felt like it was going to, not make her look in the best light. Yeah, it felt like she was not going to look in the best light. Now, again, I will say, per my sources, it wasn't a bad look. They said that she looked great. That's what I heard. But I heard, at one point, she may have, when she flashed the camera, but somebody described it as at one point, she takes off her front. You see that she turns around and places her whole butt and everything all on the counter. She doing a whole, they said it was a move. It was a moment. They said it was a moment. She put on a show. If you ever seen The Last Showgirl, they said she put on a show. Do you hear me? They said down there to that Grenada, that girl Britt put on a show when it came to taking off them clothes in front of that crew, in front of the cat. They said she was showing it all, allegedly, on that camera. They said the baby put on a show. She was like a pig on there, spread eagle. Put her butt all on there with spread. This is allegedly. The episode was clipped, but allegedly. Said baby was spread out. Said you just saw. Said it. You saw it all. Said the ladies even had to comment. Said you saw it all. Said on the counter. Said you just plop it on the counter. Said it was just on the counter. You hear me? No, they said she ain't have to take off no underwear. She just took off the clothes. Said she plopped it, everything on the counter in the episode that the cast, crew, or everybody else saw. But what we saw on TV, it did not air like that. So I don't think that she didn't. I think that she thought it was going to air like that, but it didn't air like that. So it was that coupled with the other things that were happening in the rest of the season, and she didn't feel like she was going to be able to. Phaedra did say she's seen everything that morning. We didn't see all of what Phaedra saw. But yeah, I don't think she was going to be able to take the heat of what happened. I think that she may have said something to them prior, so that's why they edited it out. I think it's a few things on why she did not. Here's what I will say. And I say this just as a person who, I'll say it. I've been a person on TV that no matter what, people have hated me. It's cool. I had to be okay with it, even when I was wrong. Because one thing I'll stand by, y'all, I don't lie. If I ever said it, you might want to go back and watch it. If I ever said it, it is true. But being a person that sometimes people have so much to say, I see people in the comments now. I told you, they always, where Candy? Go get Candy. How bad? Go Candy. Why he talk about housewife? Everything. But people like Kenya Moore, Nene has been villainized. Marlo's been villainized. People that are or have ever had the villain role on a reality show have to be a strong individual. You have to be a very strong individual. House of Glam, I don't know if they made a remake, but I just know it was some nakedness. You have to be a strong individual to be a villain on a reality show. A show where people love everybody and you're the person they don't love. People can say what they want to about a Kenya Moore, about a Marlo, about a Nene, about some of the villains that you've seen on TV. But those individuals have to be very strong because everybody can't take the heat. I said this in a previous interview. Britt's husband gets a lot of heat on certain stuff that he didn't sign up for. And allegedly, I don't know that they probably want more people in their life as it relates to him, her, their business. I don't think they want that. Allegedly is what I've heard. You know, we've all seen husbands who you kind of don't know they're, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna let y'all figure out what happens. Okay. We'll figure it out there. But people like Kenya, people like Marlo are tough skinned, and they take it and they go along with it, and they may clap back sometimes, but they're able to do it. You can come into a reality show and think you want it until you get the smoke and you realize you start coughing. You can't handle the smoke. Everybody cannot handle the smoke. It's okay. They can't handle the smoke. FYI, Leo, I am not saying that about their marriage. I'm specifically stating, allegedly, when it comes to their businesses, they really probably should not have gotten on TV and wanted people to dig in their business, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying anything to the contrary what you guys are saying, Leo. I'm saying the exact opposite. No, I'm saying that they don't want people in their business. Because when you get people to dig in your business, you might find a few bodies. Not literally, but figuratively. Just so we know. You don't, everybody shouldn't have it. Like, Apollo should have never came on TV. Like, you know what I'm saying? So again, I'm not saying what y'all are saying in the comment. I'm saying, yeah, but he also didn't know that some of this was going to come onto him. He was just thinking his wife and blah, blah, blah. It wasn't necessarily about him. So I don't think that everybody was ready for that. I don't think that the country club did get up in their business about their finances and all. And I just, you might want to listen to and go out there down there to the streets and see what the streets is saying, because the streets is saying that the business, yeah. So, again, I think that Britt was not strong enough to do a first season of Housewives and expect that the people were not going to tear her apart, that the people were not going to come at her. And yeah, I don't think that she was ready for that. And then once she then went down there and put her whole Ain't Your Mama on them people counter down there in Grenada and showed the crew and everybody else, because the crew, they said the crew was like looking, but very surprised. Very surprised. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but the streets and yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. They have some moments and some things that she might, should have or wanted to be accountable. She didn't want to be accountable for. That's allegedly what the people are saying. I came here to just give y'all the tea what the people were saying. Allegedly. The views and opinions are the views and opinions of the people. This is strictly for educational purposes, educational and newsworthy purposes. All of this information, again, is allegedly, and not the opinions of Don Warren Clark, Unapologetically, or the company that owns Unapologetically. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. So, yeah, in the words of Nene Leakes, Britt, wrong road. You went down the wrong road. The wrong road. Yeah. That's all I can say, y'all. That's all I can say. Thank y'all so much for coming into my chat. Yeah, I had to give y'all a disclaimer, because people already gonna say, no, this is not true. I want y'all to go to any of the housewives y'all follow. If y'all go to any of them, go. And then y'all want y'all to come report back that I'm 100% true on this alleged tea. That lady was down there. That's what I heard. That lady was down there and put everything on them people counter. Everything on them people counter. You hear me? Everything. Thank y'all for subscribing. Everything on the people counter. Hit the up button, y'all. Thank y'all so much for subscribing. Thank y'all under the lips, because that's what was happening, y'all. She was put, y'all. I heard them, they was all on the counter, y'all. I heard them lips was on the counter, y'all. Allegedly. So, again, thank y'all so much for coming on to the channel. Thank y'all so much for subscribing. Please like, share, subscribe. Please go to the other pages, Twitter, everywhere, Instagram. Tell everybody to come over here, watch these videos. And thank y'all again for just pouring out the support. I really, 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 really appreciate y'all. If I do not say it enough, I come on these lives because y'all give me a good laugh, and it's great entertainment for me. And I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I really do appreciate y'all. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all again. Subscribe, like, share, post, repost, y'all. Come on, run these numbers up on this video. You get what I'm saying? But thank y'all again. And subscribe, 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 subscribe. Please hit the like button on the way in and out. I am with y'all. I love y'all. Y'all made my day today. So thank y'all again so much. And I will talk to y'all soon.